Mr. Speaker, is this police officer even bigger than the president? Why can he not be arrested and interrogated, Mr. Speaker, if we don't tackle this particular case up to the end, Mr. Speaker? Kenyans will not believe us.
Kenya's political scene has been shaken by the shocking death of Alberto Jang, a young Twitter influencer from Homa Bay County who reportedly died after brutal torture while in police custody. The incident, which has sparked national outrage, led to a scathing statement from Azimio leader Raila Odinga, who blamed the police and demanded urgent accountability. Ojwang was allegedly arrested over a social media post seen as offensive to a senior police officer. He was taken from his home in Homa Bay and transported to Nairobi, where he died while in custody. An autopsy carried out hours before Raila's statement revealed that Ojwang had been tortured. His body showed clear signs of physical abuse, according to medical sources familiar with the examination.
But the bleeds that we found on the scalp, on the skin of the head, was partially spread on all aspects, including the face, the sides of the head, and also the back of the head. When we tie up together with other injuries that are well spread in the body, including the upper limbs and the trunk, then this is unlikely to be self-inflicted injury.
Raila described the news as horrifying and unacceptable. I have been deeply horrified by reports of a young Kenyan, Alberto Jang, who was picked from Homa Bay and driven to his death in police cell in Nairobi over an alleged offensive social media post, Raila said. He questioned why Ojwang was transported all the way to the capital without a clear explanation or legal procedure. So far, nobody knows who gave the order for Mr. Ojwang to be arrested and ferried all the way to Nairobi, and yet that person should be answerable to Kenyans, Raila stated.
Speaker, I've even seen in this country pictures where people are putting the president in the cells, and they are never arrested, Mr. Speaker. Is this police officer even bigger than the president? Why can he not be arrested and interrogated, Mr. Speaker, if we don't tackle this particular case up to the end, Mr. Speaker? Kenyans will not believe us. Kenyans will not believe that even as leaders we are serious.
The Orange Democratic Movement Party leader Raila Odinga said Ojwang's case is just the latest in a growing list of young Kenyans who have lost their lives due to police violence. He said such acts not only bring pain to families but also damage the trust between the public and the police. These deaths cause tremendous pain to individuals and their families. They seriously erode the authority and credibility of the police and the state, and this is a significant step towards chaos and collapse, Raila warned. He noted that when citizens can no longer see a difference between the lawless actions of police officers and those of criminal mobs, the country is staring at collapse. Raila demanded that the National Police Service move quickly to identify and punish the officers responsible for Ojwang's death. He said this case must not be buried like others before it. A speedy and credible closure to this latest incident of injustice in the hands of the police, alongside the many others that we have been pursuing since 2023, is not optional, Raila concluded.
Obviously, when viewing had been done, there were defense wounds on his hands, the way his face was swollen on both sides, even the black eyes that were on his face showed signs that this was not someone who hit his head and ended up killing himself. And so from the postmortem, what the doctor has said just agrees with what we had previously been informed and seen, that he was tortured and brutally murdered while in police custody. We want to know, as much as the IG of police has since released the people who have been indicted, we want to know who are the ones who picked him up from Homa Bay, because we do not know if he was tortured on the way before he got to the police station, because no one was able to see him until the
pressure is also mounting in Parliament. Several ODM members of Parliament have threatened to pull out of the broad-based government arrangement if justice is not served swiftly. Speaking at a press briefing outside Parliament buildings, Suba South MP Karoli Omondi said the government has shown a dangerous pattern of ignoring police violence and must now face consequences. Homa Bay Town Member of Parliament Peter Kaluma echoed the same message, saying the silence from top government officials was unacceptable. He said, "We cannot pretend to work with a government that lets its police torture and kill young people without reason. If Ruto's government cannot protect our citizens, then it has no legitimacy." Sources within Statehouse have indicated that President William Ruto is under pressure and in panic following the backlash over Ojwang's death. According to insiders, the president has held several emergency meetings with security chiefs and his advisors in an effort to manage the crisis. There are concerns the killing could reignite public protests and damage the image of the Kenya Kwanza administration, especially among young people and digital communities where Ojwang was influential. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA) has confirmed that it has launched an investigation. However, activists and human rights groups say they have little faith in internal investigations by the police. They are calling for the involvement of international human rights organizations to ensure accountability. The Kenyan Human Rights Commission released a separate statement calling Ojwang's death a state-sponsored murder and urged the international community to put pressure on the Kenyan government. Across social media, Kenyans are using hashtags like Justice for Ojwang to demand accountability. Many are sharing Ojwang's tweets and videos, remembering him as a passionate voice who spoke truth to power. As pressure mounts on the government, all eyes are on the next step by the National Police Service and President Ruto's administration. For now, the death of Alberto Jang has once again exposed the dark underbelly of police brutality in Kenya and the urgent need for deep reforms.
The Deputy Inspector General, who has a training, and I've seen that he has a master's in counter-terrorism. A man who is trained to deal with terrorists cannot deal with just a Facebook post, Honorable Speaker, that he had to send for this young man on a weekend. Mr. Speaker, there is no record that Albert Ojwang was summoned to appear in any police station and he said no. He was being arrested on a weekend. His parents were there, actually, Mr. Speaker. Their father was coming to Nairobi with the title to come and secure the bond or the bail of his son, only to be given the body of his son in a body bag, Honorable Speaker. I am wondering, Honorable Speaker, even as we speak about the people we are speaking about, Mr. Speaker, did you actually see that the complainant in this particular case, DIG Eliud Lagat, was standing behind the Inspector General of Police when they are saying that they are starting the investigation, Honorable Speaker? How would a person whom, in my opinion, is the lead